Joehoul here with the Mad Max guide for all the optional objectives and collectibles found at Stank Camp Finger Peak. This is located in the Chalkies in Gukgash's territory. I'll be speeding up the video anytime I'm walking in between items, just so you don't have to watch the whole video the way I had to play for about 20 minutes. I'll also be skipping fights. You'll see that there's a little cut. Now you'll see some unconscious guys on the ground. So if you do notice any little hitches or glitches or edits, it's just because I'm trying to cut out any parts that you might not be interested in watching. So there's the first two pieces of scrap just inside that first room. Once you enter the camp, it'll be on your left. And there's the first of 4 Scrotus insignias in that room as well. After you come out here, you'll see that I did a cut there and I found a spear, explosive spear. You can just as easily use your shotgun, so you should have some shells for this area. And there's an insignia directly above the door that you would have came into this area from. Once you come out through that little canyon there, if you go left, it just leads you outside of the camp. So you want to take a right and head up. You'll find another piece of scrap under that little awning. Then you'll enter the main area of the camp. This is where there's another big fight. In the little hut on the right, there's a second Scrotus insignia, or a third Scrotus insignia. And some delicious, delicious dog food. Right across from that hut, there's another hut with a piece of scrap. I think that's the 4th piece. Then you'll go through this next door. There's a big fight on the other side of this door, but I cut it out. So you can see, everyone's taking a little dirt nap. Then you get straight over this tent. You'll find your 5th piece of scrap. And then right beside it, in a locked container, you'll find your 6th piece of scrap. Nothing else on that little landing. But right along the edge there, if you follow along past the cranes, you'll find the 7th piece of scrap, again in a locked box. Right diagonally from that, on the other side of the landing area there, you'll find your 8th piece of scrap. Then if you keep moving on up the stairs, you'll find a door you can pry open with your crowbar. I kind of don't understand why there's so many crowbar things, because the crowbar was super cheap to buy. You can buy it immediately, and it's permanent. So anytime there's a locked door that you need the crowbar for, it's not something you had to really earn. It's just something you have to spend more time opening. Like, say if the boxes were actually locked and you had to find lockpicks, that would even make more sense, because then you'd be managing a resource. Anyways, once you get to the top of this little hill, you'll find a lighthouse room that has 3 pieces of scrap and a project part for the survey crew. Now what we're actually missing, I believe, is 1 piece of scrap and 1 history relic, because we would have actually gone and gotten all the other items. Oh, and 1 more Scrotus insignia. So right at the bottom of that zip line, you'll find your 4th Scrotus insignia. And then if you go in this door here, you'll actually find nothing except some free maggots. Dig in, boy. Then if you head right to the room right across from that, this will have a ladder that'll lead up to the next landing area. But you'll find your final piece of scrap in here. And now all we're missing is a history relic, and the history relic is actually at the front door. So it's not really necessary to climb that ladder. If you actually leave right down where you had just taken the zip line, you'll end up right where you started. And on that boat, you'll find Your history relic. Dude driving a boat. Look at all that sweet, sweet water.
Yeah.
Anyways.
How long is a year anyway?
That about finishes up Stank Gum Camp,
How
Finger
long is a
Peaks. All the optional objectives and all the collectibles. Thanks for watching.
Tell them to subscribe!